Good morning, everyone. Once again, this is Blackforexgroup coming with another market analysis video this morning. We're going to be looking at the NZDUSD, also known as the Kiwi USD. Okay, but before we get started to break down this Forex pair, I'll be happy to state that this video is for educational purposes only. This is not for financial advice. Okay. But we all know why you're here, which is to find good, credible Forex content to help improve one's ability as a trader and to help put a little bit extra money in your pocket, okay? Now, with that being said, let's go ahead and get started and break down this Forex pair, okay? So what we have here is the NZD/USD. Before we get to physically breaking down what's happening on the chart, let us talk about the technical analysis of it, okay? Now, we did have some good news come out yesterday night concerning the NZD, which has been having some good news over the last several trading weeks. It has been one of our stronger currencies to trade over the last several weeks. A lot of good money, a lot of good signals that went out with this trade, with this currency. And also let's discuss the USD. Okay, the USD still has a dark cloud of inflation hanging over it. We're going to have to see how the economic policy of increasing the interest rate is going to affect the USD moving forward into these next few months. But there's a good possibility that it may do nothing just because of how even though we're combating inflation, there's no policies in place in which there's no policies in place to combat the ever rising gas prices. So as long as gas prices continue to increase, no matter how many policies we put out there to combat the inflation is going to continue to grow because companies are going to put those extra costs on the gases to ship goods back and forth on the consumer. Okay. Now, with that being said, let's go ahead and break down it. Let's go ahead and look at the technical analysis. Okay, so we were going up, we're going up, we're going up. So we dropped. We did have some retracement, and as we said in previous videos, we did start to go back up. So right now, we're getting a little hesitant, as you can see. We're getting a little hazy right here. It's getting a little hazy in this area, which is to be expected because last time price was here, it dropped. Okay, let's look over a little bit some more. All right, let's look at this. Last time, bring this up, okay? Last time price was in this area, it dropped. Last time price was in this area, it dropped. Okay? So we got all the people who remember price being in this area right now, and they just sell, 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 sell. So that's the human psychology that you're going to also have to understand and deal with. So not only is the technical analysis, it's fundamental analysis, it's also the human psyche analysis. They're going to try to do what happened before in the same area. It's just how we're kind of programmed to operate. You got to try to train yourself to always look at everything from a new perspective. Okay. So with that being said, there is a possibility we may get as high as this area here before we start to go down, or we may start to range out in this area here before we start to see a drop in price. Okay. Now we'll be looking for price to drop probably as far as here. Okay. Or it can drop as far as this area here before we continue to go back up to the upside. Okay. So if you want to wait to get back into the long position here, I would wait till the retracement goes out and dies out, which can probably be around this area here or around this area here before getting back into your long position. Because if you try to place a trade right now for a buy, I guarantee you're going to hit your stop loss and at some time in the near distant future. Okay. You don't want to just blindly trade off the fundamentals saying, oh, I know that the NZD is strong and I know the USD is weak because there is going to be some retracement. Okay. You just need to know how far it's going to retrace. So it's going to probably go as far as this area here. Or we can range out right here, continue to go up. We can drop down as far as here, or we can drop down as far as here before we continue to go up. So if you do want to place a trade today, I will wait for the buys to start dying out a little bit more. As you can see, their candles are starting to lose a lot of buying pressure. So I will start to wait to see some more red candles coming in, then a nice red candle come in like this before I go ahead and was to place my short position sales. But me personally, I don't like to trade like that. I like to trade with momentum, so I always like to trade with the fundamentals. So I'm just going to wait for the retracement to die out and then get back into the long position, as long as the fundamentals are in that favor. Okay. Hope that information was helpful for you guys. Happy trading.